Your eyes for a moment, think about that sambar. The one at your favorite Bangalore Darshini, the one at Adigas, the one at that hotel, the one that comes in that steel bowl beside your idli every single morning, light, aromatic, slightly sweet, a perfect balance of sour spice, and something you could never name. You have tried to make it at home 100 times and it never, not once tastes like that. Today, that changes.
Amma is revealing every single secret behind that exact sambar. The masala nobody shows you. The ingredient most home cooks skip. Every hotel uses that costs nothing except knowing about it. Stay with me.
Namaskara, hotel style idli sambar or tiffin sambar. The sambar that every South Indian and every member of the Indian diaspora across the world has been trying to recreate it at home their entire life. Most home versions are either too sour, too thin, too plain, or missing that light, slight magic.
Today, Amma reveals everything. Her own masala, ground fresh, that no hotel will ever share. The four elements that all be perfectly balanced in this sambar. And the slow cooking technique that every Darshini in Bangalore has been using for decades. 40 years of experience revealed today. Nothing held back. Let us begin. Fresh ingredients make unforgettable meals. Fresh, simple, pure vegetarian. Welcome to Deepak Kitchen.
Here is everything you need. Take a screenshot if you want. And the most important rule before a single spice go in, low flame always for roasting spices. Always low flame, this is non-negotiable.
Low flame allows every spice to roast slowly and uniformly, releasing its natural oils gradually, building the aroma layer by layer. Into the dry pan,
Coriander seeds 1.5 tablespoons. Urad dal 1 tablespoon. Cumin seeds half a tablespoon. Chana dal half a tablespoon. Fenugreek seeds 1/8 of a teaspoon. And now half a tablespoon of rice, raw rice. This is something that most home cooks never include. The rice roasts alongside with the spices, and when ground into a masala paste, it adds subtle body and thickness to the sambar that tur dal alone cannot achieve. The sambar holds its consistency without becoming heavy or starchy. This is what the rice is doing, and it does it perfectly. A little bit of black peppercorn, half an inch of cinnamon stick, low flame, continuous tossing 2 to 3 minutes on low flame. Watch for the two things: the color turning golden brown and the aroma. The warm, toasted, deeply fragrant aroma that fills the kitchen is your signal, not the clock. The aroma tells you it is done. Look at this color, 3 to 4 minutes on low flame, golden brown throughout, not a piece burn. This is perfectly roasted, transferred to a plate, allowed to cool completely. Now in the same pan, the dry red chilies, 10 of them, a mixture of Guntur and Badgi red chilies, and 3 sprigs of fresh curry leaves. These roast separately from the other spices because they need a different level of heat and different duration. The curry leaves needs to turn completely crisp, every leaf dry and brittle. The chilies need to deepen in color, slightly puffed and fragrant. When the curry leaves are fully crisp, that is your signal, not the chilies, not the clock. Curry leaves will tell you crisp curry leaves means the chilies are perfectly done. Transfer to the same plate, allow everything to cool completely, and here is the instruction most people ignore. Completely cool, not slightly warm, not just off the heat. Completely cool before grinding.
hot spices in the blender generate additional heat as they grind, 3 to 4 minutes to build. You grind away the work you just did. Completely cool, then grind.
Everything is completely cool. Now into the mixer jar, all the roasted whole spices, the roasted chilies, curry leaves, and add 1.5 tablespoons of fresh grated coconut, fresh coconut only. The coconut is not a filler here, it is a flavor and texture component. It adds a subtle richness and body to the paste that creates that characteristic creaminess of hotel sambar. Now before you grind, Amma's secret technique for every spice paste in her kitchen. Do not add regular water, add chilled water, cold water from the refrigerator, or the water with ice cubes mixed in. Here is why this matters. Grinding generates friction, friction generates heat. The heat, even at the grinding stage, is enough to begin breaking down the aromatic compounds in these freshly roasted spices. Cold water counteracts that friction heat. The temperature inside the jar stays low throughout the grind. The aroma stays intact, the color stays vibrant. The final sambar tastes dramatically more alive than if you had used a regular water. This is the technique Amma applies to every spice masala paste she grinds. And it is the difference that most people can taste but never explain.
Grind to a completely fine, smooth paste. No whole pieces remaining. Smooth, dark, fragrant and ready. This is Amma's Sambar Masala. No hotel will ever give you this recipe. Today you have it.
But you know my Amma, she will reveal everything. Today you have this also. Another pan on medium to high flame, 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil. When the oil is hot, the roughly chopped onions goes in, immediately followed by the roughly chopped tomatoes. And here is an important rule for the specific sambar: no other vegetables, only onions and tomatoes, nothing else.
This is tiffin sambar, hotel style idli sambar. Cleaner sambar with nothing competing against the masala. Adding vegetables changes the character entirely.
Onions and tomatoes only. This is the correct composition. Cook on high flame, close the lid 2 to 3 minutes. 70% done, that is the target. The onion slightly soft, the tomatoes beginning to break down, not fully cooked, 70%. Now, the freshly ground masala, add as much as you need directly into the pan. Mix on low flame, everything blending together, the onions, the tomatoes and the fresh masala paste. Add salt to taste at this point. Cook this masala with the onion and tomato for 2 minutes until the raw smell of the spices completely disappears and the oil begins to separate at the edge. Cook this masala with the onion and tomato for 2 minutes until the raw smell of the spices completely disappears and the oil begins to separate at the edges. The oil separation, that is your signal. The masala is cooked, ready for the water. Now add enough hot water to reach the consistency you prefer, keeping in mind that the tur dal is going next and will thicken the sambar further. High flame, let it come to a full rolling boil. Close the lid, let it boil. When you open the lid, the aroma that fills the room is your first proof that this sambar is different. The raw smell of the masala is gone, replaced by something deep, aromatic and unmistakably like a South Indian hotel's kitchen. The sambar is boiling, and now Amma wants to talk about the most important principle in this entire recipe, the 4 elements of a perfect hotel style idli sambar. Every hotel, every darshini, they are all balancing these 4 things consciously or instinctively. Every single time they make a sambar: salt, spice, sourness and sweetness. All 4 must be present. All 4 must be in balance. If one is too strong, the sambar is unbalanced. If one is missing, the sambar is flat. Taste it right now before the dal and jaggery go in. Adjust salt if needed. Adjust tamarind if the sourness is not enough. Adjust chili powder if the spice needs a boost. Get these 3 balanced first, then and only then the 4th element, the mashed tur dal, goes in now. Add it carefully, fold it gently, let it integrate with the boiling sambar, followed by the tamarind pulp, the sourness that gives the sambar its characteristic tang. And now Amma's most important ingredient, the magical ingredient, jaggery powder. Just a tablespoon of it. You can adjust this according to your sweet preference. Do not skip this, do not reduce this, do not substitute it with the sugar. Jaggery does something completely different. It rounds every sharp edge in the sambar, the sourness of the tamarind, the heat of the red chilies, the bitterness of that fenugreek. The Jaggery brings all three into a quite harmonious balance.
This is the ingredient you could taste in every Darshini sambar but could never identify. That is Jaggery. And this is exactly why most home sambar never taste like the hotel.
Now the sambar has all the four elements, everything is in the pot, everything is balanced. Now the technique that every hotel and Darshini has been using since the day that opened. Low flame, 10 to 15 minutes minimum. Do not rush this stage, do not increase the flame, do not lift the lid every 2 minutes. This is what you smell in the hotel kitchen when you walk past at 7 in the morning. The longer the sambar cooks on low heat, the better it tastes. 10 minutes is a minimum, 20 is better. If you have time, give it more. That is the secret, not the recipe, the time. Now the tempering. A small pan, 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil, high flame. When the oil is hot, add mustard seeds, wait for the full splatter and add 2 red chilies, 1 sprig of curry leaves, and you can add some hing at this point of time if you want. The moment the curry leaves sizzle, pour the entire tempering directly into the sambar. The sizzle of the hot oil hitting the surface of the sambar, the sound, that aroma in the final layer of the dish, the sharpness and punch of the tempering cutting through the slow cooked depth of the sambar beneath it.
Mix gently, one final taste, adjust any of the 4 elements if needed, and that is it. Amma's hotel style idli sambar. 40 years, every secret on your table today.
Look at this color, the deep warm golden brown, the tempering oil still swirling on the surface, the steam rising. This is hotel sambar made at home with Amma's secret masala, ground fresh, cooked slow, balanced perfectly. Dip your idli into this sambar, watch it absorb every drop. Every layer of flavor that went into this, the roasted spices, the coconut, the tamarind, the jaggery, all of it in one bite. This is what breakfast is supposed to taste like. 6 rules to always remember. 1. Low flame for roasting spices. Aroma and color are your signal, never the clock alone. 2. Cool completely before grinding. Hot spices in the blender loses the aroma you just spent 4 minutes building. 3. Chilled water only for grinding counteracts friction, heat, keeps aroma and color intact. 4. Only onion and tomatoes in Tiffin sambar, no other vegetables. This is the correct composition. 5. Balance all 4 elements, salt, spice, sourness and sweetness. All 4 present, all 4 in balance. Taste and adjust before the dal goes in. 6. Jaggery is non-negotiable. This is the ingredient you could never name in hotel sambar. Now you know, never skip it. And finally, the longer this sambar cooks on low flame, the better it gets. Give it time. Time is the secret and a magical ingredient that no recipe can write down. One more thing before we wind up, this sambar belongs beside one dish more than anything else in the world. Soft, fluffy, perfect fermented idli. And most home cooks have been getting idli wrong in at least one critical step their entire life.
If you want Amma to reveal her complete secret style idli, comment below right now, soft idli. If enough of you ask, that becomes Amma's next. The comment section will decide.
This is Amma's complete hotel style idli sambar. 40 years of Amma's experience revealed today on your table tomorrow. Make this with soft idli for your family this weekend and tell me in the comments, did your sambar finally taste like the hotel? If so,
Subscribe to Deepak's Kitchen, hit the bell icon, new recipes every Tuesday and Friday. Until we meet again in the next video, this is Deepak Kshatriya signing off. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka. Namaskara.